mobilizing private sector finance for climate and green growth in South Sudan. South Sudan's private sector landscape is small, with an estimated 30,000 companies registered according to the Directorate of Business Registration at the Ministry of Justice in 2022. These companies are comprised mainly of micro, small, medium enterprises, business associations, and cooperatives. The private sector faces several bottlenecks, including inadequate infrastructure, skill shortages, capacities to develop bankable climate finance proposals, and limited access to capital and high lending rates, which hold back its contribution to economic transformation, including financing climate and green growth. Other constraining factors include a high level of informality, weak human capital, especially entrepreneurship abilities, and increased business cost. According to the government's second National Determined Contribution report in September 2021, the country's financing needs for climate change and green growth are estimated to be around $102 billion over the period of 2020 to 2030. These resources will be used to address climate adaptation and mitigation across various sectors, including agriculture, livestock, fisheries, forests, and disaster risk management. But access to conventional capital continues to challenge local and foreign businesses due to country's newly independent financial sector. South Sudan's commercial banks are risk-averse and unwilling to lend to early-stage ventures, as the nation's regulatory environment does not offer sufficient protection to lenders. Most banks are centered in urban areas such as Juba and Wau, Malakal Bor, and Rumbek, and have limited presence in rural areas due to poor socio-economic infrastructure. Despite the challenges, there are several sectors with potentials for private investment and business development beside the oil sector. These potentials are mainly in agriculture, telecommunications, renewable energy, road and transport, and industrial diversification, among others. In helping to capitalize on the country's potential, we adopted the principle of non-discrimination between national and foreign investments, and a legal and institutional framework for competition following the creation of the Anti-Monopoly and Competition Council in 2013. In addition, the government is also seeking to introduce best practices and measures to enforce the rule of law and respect for property rights. Promoting digital entrepreneurship will be critical in creating a business ecosystem that supports firms in generating new products and services. Furthermore, with support from the African Development Bank, the government is taking measures to prepare the legal and regulatory framework for public-private partnership, PPPs, to catalyze private investment and finance. Development partners could assist the government by delivering capacity building and accessing funds. They manage an external climate finance resources such as the Green Climate Fund, Global Environment Facility, Climate Investment Facility, and Adaptation Fund. The bank's upcoming support through the Sustainable Energy Funds for Africa will provide technical assistance to the energy sector and will be instrumental in catalyzing private sector investment in renewable energy, including solar systems and off-grid solutions. I thank you.